Hey guys, so welcome to my second part of the video where I'll be showing you how to exploit a file upload vulnerability on a medium security, which basically means that it would be checking for extensions such as Word, documents, and JPEGs, which normally are is the measure that is the protocol that companies and even normal websites use when you have a blog or something. So in the previous video, before I get into that, I want to show you that although I was able to manage to pop up a interpreter shell, but we can even go back to a Linux shell. And as you'll see, this is a Linux shell. However, it's not stable and doesn't really give us much functions. So in order to uh, make it a more stable connection, we simply use this command python c. So we're going to tell Python to run a command for us, and we're going to tell it to import putty, pty or putty, or however you want to call it, and then we tell putty to use a function spawn, and then we give it the commands that we would like to run. So in this case, we would like to run bin, and then we would like to run a bash command. We're going to close this up, we're going to close the bracket up, and don't forget to single quotes. And as you'll see now, it changed. So now it's a much more stable shell, and it's going to let us run many different sort of simple Linux commands, and it's going to be much more interactive. So although that's done, let's just close this out, and let's just exit into this, because now we want to exploit it using a medium security. So I'm just going to close all of the work that I've done, but we're going to start from scratch. So let's just clear all of this. So I'll go to my DVA, but this time, as you'll see, if I go to security, I'm going to place it on medium. So in medium, it does check, like I said, for the executionable types, and this is actually considered as bad security practices, and you'll be amazed to see how such practices are commonplace, practices in universities, in other workplaces, because they don't really think about these things. So I'm going to show you how you can even trick even when you're only allowed to upload a certain type of files, you can trick it into uploading a PHP shell, which we used in the previous video to exploit this. So we're going to come to file upload, and we're going to upload the same file, but this time we'll be using a although we'll be using the same file in this exploit too, but we'll be using certain other tools with it. So we're going to be using burp suite, which will basically intercept this request sent and then modify it before we send it ahead. But before that, I would like to rename my, so I'm in the right place. I'll just, so from the previous exploit we have harmless.php. I'm just going to clear this. So now I'm going to copy paste harmless.php, and I want to rename it into harmless.php.jpg, because that's the format they allow. And now, as you'll see, I have this other file here. And now I'm simply going to come here. I'm going to browse, and this is my new, and it's even shown as a JPEG, because that's the beauty of Linux. I'm going to upload this, but before I press upload, I want to make sure that my uh, requests are being intercepted first. So for that, I'm going to come to my burp suite and turn on intercept on. Now when I press upload, they'll show me the intercept itself, and then I can, what I can come here, I'm going to simply, because it checks for JPEG, which it already passed. So now I'm simply, because it already passed that check, but I wanted to save it as a PHP file so that it's executionable. If I keep it as JPEG, then every time I click on it, our malicious code is not going to run. So I'm simply going to come here and change the file name, and if you'll see, if I forward this request again, you can see that the file harmless.php has been uploaded, whereas it would not have allowed us to upload the normal file. And because we do have a little bit of time, I'll even prove to you guys that it won't actually allow us to upload a PHP file normally. So I'm going to turn off the intercept off. I'm just going to go here, browse, and let's try uploading harmless.php. If I try to upload that, it gives us the error. Your image was not uploaded. We only accept JPEG or PNG images, which is weird because we were just able to upload our harmless.php by using burp suite and intersecting the request. Now simply I know that the previous file had been uploaded, so for that I'll just go to the address which they did tell us was unhackable. Yes. So as you see, this is the new file we just uploaded. If you can even, this isn't from the previous task, as you can see the timing is 11:14, so it is 11:13. So this is the new file we just uploaded. So in the next minute, we'll have again the same process and we'll have hacked this machine too. So simply we're going to come here and I'm going to hopefully run this exploit through my single code and not embarrass myself by having to type it out all again, just to hope it runs properly. While this is running, but this is the only thing that we have to wait for. So yes, this a video, I wanted to make this video so that people who are starting out especially, they know a place where they can go and try these things out. Plus, okay, so it's not gonna let me do that, but so I press run. Wow. So I'll have to type all of those things. So it was use multi. Like I was saying, this I wanted to make this videos for some of my friends, especially who have got into the industry and have successfully, made their own platforms to run these things. So I wanted to inform that simple measures that they can take, even if they're not part of the IT department, if they have this information for themselves, they can impose simple, they can go check on the IT department if they're imposing such simple measures and they don't have such holes in their security. Because as you can see, I just showed in front of you guys, if you have no checks on the on the file types that a person can upload to your website, then it's actually really, it's open to lots of exploits. And even if you employ that, okay, certain files, like most universities, they allow for to upload. I have no idea why it's not. They allow for you to upload Word documents and pictures. So that is actually a place where this exploit can be used. Let me just see. Okay, so we have everything running. Let me just run this now. For some reason it wasn't running. Okay, now so we're again listening, and I know the video is getting a bit long, but I show you in the next 30 seconds we'll be into the machine. So let me just come here. I went to the directory where it was uploaded, and I'm gonna press this, and you'll see that we again have managed a connection, and we can see print working directory, who get UID. If we run that command, it tells us that the server username is www data, because it's a web server. So as you can see, we again managed to exploit that. And if you guys would like to see the next part where the security is at a higher level, where now not only does it check the header of the files, it also checks the content. So how would we go about exploiting that? So if you would like to do that, like on this video and comment so that I make the next one. Thank you for watching.